What is going on, guys? We're back with another video, and we are doing the 10-year sim of the LA Chargers. And once again, a couple of the videos I've done like a like goal. If we can get to, I don't know, 150 likes, we'll do a rebuild of this team. And if you notice that any of the other ones have the like goal, I don't know exactly what each team would have had, but if you notice it, let me know in the comment section, because I am not going to be able to keep up with all that, but obviously some of you may. But this is what the team looks like. Of course, we know after 1 year what happens in the Legacy League with a team like this. Super Bowl, obviously a little bit better than this team. We made some trades. Well, technically a little worse, actually, because Phillip Rivers is much better than Jacoby was year one. We did turn some of these players into super beasts. I think a huge one was the fact that we had like pick 8 in the free agent draft, or whatever pick we had, and we were able to get Jonathan Hankins, who is easily our best DT. But of course here that's not the case. We'll see what happens. Usually the Chargers do a pretty good job year 1 and 2. So I'm hoping to hopefully see at least a Super Bowl trip within those 2, maybe 3 years. This should be our most successful 10-year sim though. Wrapping up season 1 regular season, see what it looks like. It looks like us with a 14-2 record, and Phillip Rivers wins MVP. Take a look at we didn't cheat. I mean, once again, I really don't have a horse in this race. Actually, I do have a horse in this race. I want the Chargers to suck. Because there's a few people that watch the Legacy League, I would assume, from the actual league itself. And anytime the Chargers do well in Sim, it makes me look even worse because, like, well, you were supposed to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, a little bit different because in Sim, Phillip Rivers is an absolute god. And we didn't have Phillip Rivers. Traded some of the players off, and you know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. A lot of it was user as well. So there's that. We had Jacoby, and we turned him in MVP. That's it. Offensive yards number 1. Defensive yards 20. Really, the points per game must have been very low though. Phillip Rivers. I mean, he's old as hell, but with those award wins, chance he probably went up in overall. I mean, I wouldn't count it out. And he's old as hell, but that's a lot of award wins and an amazing season. Let's see what his overall is. Nope, didn't go up in overall, which is exactly why... Oh, like he's close. This is exactly why I didn't start him, and everyone was calling me crazy. You can't, and they... I know I turned pre-existing injuries off, but they slipped Hunter Henry up the lineup. Not gonna lie, good decision. It's good job, boys. I'm actually kind of happy to see that. So let's see, week by week, can they beat the Steelers? They cannot. Lost by 2. Lovely. That sucks. Usually you see the Chargers winning it or getting close to the Super Bowl at least year 1. Not the case. Eagles, I believe, lose to the Texans, which is ridiculous. But it happened. Draft recap. Let's take a look at this thing. So with the 28th pick, they chose Moses Rice, a very slow wide receiver with normal dev. Complete bust. Kind of reminds me of Mike Williams. In Madden it is, though. I'm not lying. Not even joking. So with 28, that's a tough pick to take. But let's see if they missed anyone. 29. I mean, free safety at 78, which is actually pretty big because I know firsthand that Chargers could use a free safety. You got Sherman Connor, normal dev. What is he? A pass rush? He's a coverage linebacker. Could use that. So definitely some picks they could have went with instead, and they kind of choked it away year 1. Big surprise there. AI messing up in the draft. Crazy. So this is the team that, no it's not because it's not regular season. So this is the team we're going to be starting the season off with. Looking pretty good in the receiving aspect. Offensive line, pretty much the same, if not worse. Probably worse, actually. Dan Feeney, 75 overall, right? Linebackers, looking strong. Derwin James is playing free safety. Looks pretty good. Jason Verrett starts on this team, but I think Trevor should be number 2. I think that's always the move. I'm actually surprised they kept Trevor. Usually they let him go to free agency, so... That's an interesting move. Sim to the playoffs. Year 2. Year 1, 14-2. Lost in the first round of the divisional. And, yeah, that's not good. It's not good. Season 2, though, might be a little bit of an improvement. We'll see. And almost coming up here on the final week of regular season, we will miss the playoffs at 7-9. What an easy division to win, and we lose. Wow, that's unfortunate. Phillips still did all right. Rushing, no touchdowns, really. Good yardage, though, by Melvin. Travis Benjamin, the only 1,000-yard receiver. Defensively, what do we have? Melvin with 10 sacks. Bosa with 9. Numbers aren't really looking good on the D-line, especially how crazy this is. Kicking, not great. Not poor, though. Brad Nortman was okay. Not going to look at the awards. Third in offense. You know, the offense is insane. Defense, surprisingly, even though it should be almost just as good, if not better, actually. Probably one of the top 5 on paper squads. Really kind of choking it up. Not doing well. Year 2 is finished, basically. Let's see the results of the draft. So pick 11, a running back, 83 overall. Don't get me wrong. Star dev, big as hell. Actually, so insane. But why do you need him? I know they might have gotten rid of Eckler, but that's not a great decision. However, second round, another great player, Hunter Wendell. Well, not great, but he's a good overall. DT, 74 overall. Looking pretty good, actually. This is not a bad draft. I know that running back is super sick, but God, I wish it was a super sick position that actually mattered for this team. Kent Swanson, a nice little pick, actually. He's pretty fast. He's 5'10", but super speedy. Not bad draft for 11th overall. I've definitely seen much worse. What was around number 11? They had a running back. You had a left outside linebacker, Davey. You had a corner, Roy Nora. You don't need a corner. Don't need a corner. Davey, though. Definitely could have used Davey. Looking pretty good from the Navy. So looking at season 3, you see Tyrell is nowhere near as good as our legacy. He's like into the 90s, and it's only the start of the second season. What else do we have? So offensive line. Wendell is much better of a choice. Not really too much improvements, though. Keenan looking great. It looks like Travis Benjamin is gone. Melvin Gordon looks great. Huber, an insane pick, but not a position of need, which is really kind of unfortunate. I'd also like to see Jason Verrett or King traded here. I'm going to slap Verrett on the block. He usually does get traded, so I'm surprised he hasn't yet. Season 3, we have a playoff spot once again. 10-6, division kind of falling apart. Not worried about a 10-6 cheat. If I'm cheating at 10-6, that's rough. Ooh, Phillip on his last legs, potentially. It's his last chance to get it. Huber. Bit of a wasted pick for us. Mike Williams had an amazing season, though. Maybe dev'd up. Probably dev'd up, actually. Might actually give me more of a thought process to start him. I just haven't started him because, A, he's slow as hell. 6'4", we already have plenty of that. Normal dev. And he can't jump. I mean, what do you want? He's great at catching, but who cares? I'll take a look at the awards, I suppose. Phillip would not have been on the list there. I don't know how many awards we'd have even been close to. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Hubbard is number 2, actually, which is kind of crazy. Best QB, Phillip at number 2. AFC kind of weak for quarterbacks. Mike Williams, best wide receiver. I mean, that's a pretty big win, but obviously that's not something I'm going to probably get with him in the legacy, so that's a little unrealistic. Let's see Mike Williams, though. You might have... Yeah, Mike Williams is now the number 2 receiver on this team. Quick dev. Did get his speed up a little bit. I think he starts at 87, 88 or something like that. Maybe he does start at 89, actually. A very good catcher. Probably moves up to number 2, ironically, because Tyrell is sick in our legacy. Absolutely gross. So good he is. Going to the next week. And once again, losing in the first round of our playoffs. This time in the wildcard round by 15 to the Texans. Unfortunate. Could this be the year where quarterback is drafted? It's going to be in a bottom of the league pick, maybe 25 if we're lucky. Phillip Rivers is an 86 overall, so he's still okay. But that's beside the point. Advancing to next week. Draft recap. What is our pick and who did we get? Pick 21, we went tight end. I don't know what, there's double tight end set, but you have Hunter Henry and you go tight end in the first round. This is easily the worst draft I have ever seen. Literally ever. Not a question about it. Just terrible. The worst draft ever. Pick 21, what do we have? So right outside linebacker, once again, another linebacker that with star dev could have easily been a huge piece for us. Didn't want him. He's not the fastest player, but it is what it is. You're looking for wide receiver. I know you don't need it anymore, really, but Isaiah Hadnot, sick as hell, super fast. I love saying that sick word. Man, that's easily the worst draft I've ever seen. Not a question. User, AI, whatever. Blind person. I don't know. So this is the team, and Phillip Rivers did get replaced. It wasn't because he retired. He just got replaced in free agency by Brian Higgins, a 26-year-old with a little bit of potential. We'll see. Hubbard, 87 overall, looks pretty strong at star dev. So sick. That's an insane power back, man. I don't know who writes it. Are they serious? Mike Williams has the best season for him, finally, and they let him go. Unbelievable. Tyrell Williams with normal dev is regressing, of course, because normal dev sucks. Keenan Allen, who has quick dev, kind of regressing a little bit, not really, though. Offensive line, pretty much the same boat we've been in for 3 years now. Defensively, Derwin's a sick player. Casey Hayward regressing down to an 87 overall. Probably going to see that in the Legacy League as well. But even at 87 with that speed, I mean, I'm still okay with that. I would just like to see Derwin get higher, but obviously they just got rid of him. D-line, Melvin Ingram. I don't know where Melvin Ingram would have been. I'm just kind of, I'm using this as a guide to see what we're going to be looking like in the Legacy, I doubt Melvin Ingram would have retired, right? Okay, so he's an 84 overall. However, oh, damn, there is no however. He's a superstar dev still at 32 years old. He's an 84 overall. I mean, he's still okay, but man, Melvin is so sick for being in that league. I would be devastated if he got to that bad, but that's a part of this Madden game, man. I think he's 29, 30 in our league. Oh, please, Melvin, just keep it going, man. You're so good. I need him to live forever. That's so unfortunate, but it's part of the price of being old. Regular season for Season 3 is finished. Is this Season 3? 2018, 2019, 2020, that's Season 4. All right, Season 4 results in utter devastation as we are a 5-11 team. Things are officially hitting that fan. I'm not even actually going to look at the stats. It's a garbage season, and I don't care. I really don't. 5-11. To make these videos maybe a little shorter, I might start doing that. If it's a really trash season, I'll take a look at the quarterback, because usually that's a good telltale sign of why we did bad. And then that's pretty much it. Maybe running back. Everything else is all circumstantial. If you know your receivers are okay, you know your running back is good, you don't really need to see anything else, I can't believe they got rid of Mike. I would have rather see Melvin go and then re-sign. Here's a good pick, it appears. Quick dev, which kind of sucks, but it's a good. Okay, it's a pass rusher. Or maybe he's like a hybrid. This would be a great 3-4 linebacker. It is what it is. Another running back, normal dev, but it is what it be. Wide receiver. This is a pretty solid pick. Oh, star dev, Pearson Lamontagne, maybe Lamontagne. It's a very exotic name. I will be forcing him into the number 3 spot, no doubt. Number 1 overall pick, Nielsen from the Raiders, 24. If he wasn't 24, it'd be the sickest corner of all time. Well, his jumping's kind of bad, actually. Still really damn good, though. We had pick 5, didn't we? Were we pick 5? Pick 6. Not a bad pick at all, though. Really can't beat that pick. I'm not even going to look at it. I think that was the perfect pick. Not a bad pick at all. Very good hybrid player. You're going to see, even in a 4-3, you're going to see a little bit of DNs dropping back into coverage. Not often, but it happens. But he's going to be playing probably coverage linebacker, so probably even better than playing a D-end at this point. Quarterback still the same guy. Hubbard might even be a starter soon. Really, I honestly, I'm just going to force him as a starter here. I think his overall has proven him to be that guy. And easily, Lamontagne, or whatever his name is, should start. And now we see Tyrell gone as well, which is cool. Chargers not really managing this team well. I think we'll do much better than they have so far. Casey Hayward, what age is he now? 32? 32 years old, quick dev. I mean, he's slow as hell, but he's usable as a safety, I suppose. So, I don't know. Casey Hayward's looking okay. He could be worse. Could be worse. All right, let's move on to the playoffs for Season 5. Week 17 finished. And we are looking at another missed playoffs. 5-11 again. Rodgers still in the league, winning an MVP. Brian Higgins, not great. Hubbard, good yards per carry, just didn't have a lot of carries. Receiving, Keenan did well. Lamont, good job, EA, whatever, whoever. Ruining that one. He's clearly the best number 2, number 3 on the team, and he didn't even get a start. Unbelievable. It's crazy. How you do that, I'll never know. Let's put the QB trade on. Why as well? Why not do it? Let's also do scouting, I suppose. So, Season 5, horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. And I think it's almost safe to say that I think the window has closed. Browns win the Super Bowl. Simulating the draft. I mean, this is probably another top 8, maybe top 5 this time instead of top 6. Draft recap. I don't know what. I guess quarterback is the need here. With the number 7 pick, they take a 73 overall right tackle who is the biggest bust ever. The Chargers have had easily the worst set of drafts I've ever seen an AI have. It was one of their highest overalls with 87 speed, 81 excel. What in the hell are they doing? Let's see what number 7 they could have had. I'm not even going to worry about QB. You know, a pick right behind him, left tackle, Paul Cole. 20 times better. You know, another linebacker. I mean, can never have enough linebackers. Can always have too many bad linemen. I mean, there's picks all across the board here. No quarterback, which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Let's move on to Season 6. I mean, this is clearly a crap fest. Stafford is a Charger, though, so I don't know. I mean, Stafford's got some mojo. Might get it done. Forrest Lamp, just like in our league. Pretty much doing nothing. Can't develop. Melvin Gordon, 84 overall. Normal dev. I mean, benching him would have maybe had him lose 1 overall. Or 1 dev, so I think it was a good decision to start Hubbard. Defensively, still in the 85-90s. Or 85-90s. 89-90. Derwin's a 99 overall. Pretty much guaranteed that always. Fuller is the number 2. I mean, they're signing free agents. At least they're, you know, they're doing something. I'll give them that. Terrible drafts, but they're doing something in free agency. No playoffs with this team? Crazy. 8-8, though, to be fair. Maybe we are better than I thought. Stafford, horrendous. Absolutely terrible. Hubbard, 14 touchdowns. Yards per carry kind of dropped, though. Keenan still over 1,000 yards. I only got him like 800 in the legacy. Probably ruined his career, honestly, but it is what it is. We ruined his career, but made Tyrell's. I mean, that's a good trade-off. I'd rather have Tyrell be good than Keenan, because at least Tyrell's fast as hell. Yeah, we're moving on to Season 7, I think. Season 7, right? Moving on to Season 7, up and coming. See, with pick 17, they take a 6 safety. I know he's normal dev, 24 years old, but, I mean, other than the hip power, they almost took a Derwin James clone here, kind of. Very good player, actually. Insane. And then in the second round, they took a very fast wide receiver with quick dev. These are the drafts you need. Take notes, AIs. Especially the Chargers. Pick 17. It was a great safety. Was there? I mean, there's 2 safeties behind him. Quick dev, 21. Kind of better, but kind of not. I would definitely rather have him in a user league. And then here, definitely not better. Not a question. Not at all better in the slightest. So Season 7, this is what the roster looks like. Aaron Rodgers is a Charger. He's 40. Please, Rodgers. I don't want you to leave Green Bay, but please stay till you're 40. Speed and all that's all the same, which makes literally no sense. He's not running like he has now or before at the age of 40. I don't think so. 95 throw power. He's still good. This is exactly what this team needed to boost them. Actually, this is probably the exact opposite what this team needed, because now they're probably going to be an average team, like 8-8 or so, and they're not going to get a good pick out of it, which is going to be rough. Suja Davis, 86 overall, quick dev at 30, 86 speed, 90 excel. I mean, that's perfectly fine. Derwin James, 99 overall, he's 28. Normal dev, though, so he's going to be crashing to the ground very soon. I mean, with Rodgers, anything can happen, I suppose, even though he's pretty much on his last legs here. Season 7. Can it be done? Playoffs have been made. Like I said, Rodgers will do it. He'll bring you back. Oh, who's Stinson? Oh, snap. Stinson. The youngster they drafted is sick. What he's got. He had an insane season. Rodgers doing it up at 40. Baller. Baller. Great game. A great season for Hubbard. Stinson did have a very good season, and I appreciate him for that. Let's see, sack totals, not bad at all. Bellamy did very well, actually. Holy crap. Let's take a look at these awards. We made the playoffs. I mean, Stinson, maybe Offensive Rookie of the Year. Yeah, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Rodgers, number 9, made something happen there. Stinson did not win. Oh, wait, no, that's Offensive Player. Stinson did win Offensive Rookie of the Year, which kind of makes sense. He was number 4 overall, though. Yeah, that's huge. A 22-year-old with like 87, 88 overall is big. And I didn't even have the damn wide receiver thing on, which sucks. We do now, though. Playoffs. Can we win 1 playoff game in the entirety of this? Nope. If we lose by 6 there, it's not happening. I'm sorry to tell you. So with the 22nd pick, they take another wide receiver. I'm telling you, I mean, it's a good pick. But I think you may have solved those issues. This is another good draft, though. Very good lineman. A decent guard. a terrible DT. Not really terrible, you know what I mean. A position like DT with normal dev at 74 overall is very, very hard to work up. Not going to worry about the class. Let's go on to, I believe, what, technically? No, this isn't technically the last season. But I say this is the second to last season where we don't control it. See if we can turn this thing around. Let's see what kind of quarterback they get. They've been getting a new solid one every season. If it wants to show me. And Andrew Luck. They're bringing in top name. Okay, I don't know why, but for some reason I actually thought they got rid of Stinson, but it was Keenan. I actually legit thought they got rid of Stinson. I don't even know what I was going to do. I don't know. 30-year-old Hunter Henry's still a top-tier tight end. Actually, probably the best tight end. Top 5, actually. I don't know. Probably get some decent upgrades from some other guys. Bosa. What age is Bosa now? 30 years old, and he's still a god. Blockshed's still low as up. Been trying to do him up in the Legacy League specifically for that reason. Go on, not to the Super Bowl, because, I mean, we're not going to see ourselves then if we do that. Hey, we missed the playoffs. Kind of shocked by that one. What can I say? Andrew Luck isn't Aaron Rodgers. But in all fairness, Aaron Rodgers did ball out and carry this team to a playoff trip. Luck cannot do the same, and he honestly has a better receiving core, you know, because Stinson got good because of Rodgers doing well, but Stinson's now good, so Andrew Luck should have done a little bit better. He still did well. Just should have been done a little bit better. I don't think it would have mattered, to be honest, but still, a little better would have been nice. Taking a look at the draft recap, top 10 probably. Number 10 exactly. A quarterback for the first time in 7 or 8 years, and it's a terrible one. You can't have a draft like this. I won't allow it. I'm not even going to look at anything. Screw that. So technically, I can start working on the team right now if I want to, but I'm going to let it go because there's really not much I could probably do. Maybe? No, we'll make a play. We'll make a play. We got some really young players, though. Sanchez House, Lamontanu, Stinson. We got some very good wide receivers, so got to make sure we keep them in the slightest. That's the one thing that needs to happen at least. 2 tackles here that could be tradable for a draft pick, maybe. We turn this thing around if we get someone. Bosa's 97 overall, but he's old, so he's really not going to hold that overall long. Only 2 corners, and both are kind of at the end of that progression period. Derwin's old, and he's low dev, so that's rough, but Bradley's still tradable, I'd say. So let's try to get 1 first round, and then we'll be ready to go, I'd say. So we trade Wendell and Carpenter for a first-round pick, so I'm going to just keep that safety. And let's move on. We dropped an overall, but it's the move that need to be played. So I'm going to make sure we re-sign the guys if there needs to be. And then that's about it. So there's only one guy that really needs to be re-signed, and that's Aaron Hayward, who's decent. Well, maybe he isn't. Not interested. I don't know what the team did to him. So let's go to the playoffs and see exactly what our overall is. Did we make the playoffs? I highly doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, we do know because we're not. 4-12. Okay, I mean, that's perfect. That's what I needed to see. So quarterback play, I don't even know why I care. Quarterback actually played all right, to be fair. So let's go to the offseason. The quarterback had a couple of upgrades. I don't know if he's going to be the guy moving forward. We'll see, though. So the Jets over the Vikings, ironically, in the Super Bowl. I don't know if that leaves the Vikings that low or not, but yeah. Well, this guy's not getting a contract. I don't know who decided all this crap. Got 67 mil in cap room, and I can't even sign one of the best DNs we have. Oh, well. That's all I can say. So Stinson's a god. Oh, my lord. Stinson's actually insane. Bosa's still here, which is nice. Cornerback. Probably one of our biggest positions of need. Probably need to go linebacker as well. So I'm going to AI upgrade all these players. And then I'm going to move on to free agency, where hopefully there is a lot of good players. 67.5 mil. So Vander Esch, who is 30 years old, is a 95 overall. Quick dev, 84. So he's actually still very good. We'll see. Quentin Nelson, 93 overall. He wants a 3-year deal. Offensive line is always a big issue for these things, so I'm going to give him that money. It's a little expensive for a 31-year-old. Oh, no, I'm not. The Browns want him for way too much. Great. Gabriel Hatch. What speed? I'll give him an offer. I mean, he's kind of cheap, so why not? William Jackson's 87 overall, but he's probably worth it. He's good enough to play number 1 or 2 on our team. Tyrion Norwell, low throw power, decent speed, great accuracy other than deep, but he's 30. I'd rather draft a guy, to be honest. Right end, Jeromepkr. He's actually kind of fast. He can actually play outside even at 300. He's 25 years old, so I'm going to give him a little extra yearage. That should give him a contract to go and join the team. Isaiah Wynn, 30 years old. He's still a star, but yet he's not good. I don't understand how that works. So I offered on a lot of guys, even the more expensive tier, because we just don't have any talent anyways. So we got the top end. Wow, we really didn't get the left tackle. We got William Jackson, who was pretty damn cheap as a 1-year deal. Van Der Esch was kind of expensive, 3-year deal. And then Quentin Nelson, the more expensive of the 3. Really didn't cost that much either, though. And we still have 29 mil left over. And we still have all these offers, so obviously that's going to make that look bad. So we're still the top-end pick for Jeromepkr, who I really want. Definitely not getting Hagler. But yeah, I mean, I think we spent the money pretty well. I don't know how McCown's not going to join us. That's crazy. So looking at the team, Sylvester, he's a 78 overall, quick dev. He is pretty young, so I would be willing to give him the shot again with this receiving core. Offensive line, Quentin Nelson's huge. Need another lineman probably. Actually, Boyle, I don't know who this guy is, but he could play left tackle probably. Let's take a look at defensively. So Van Der Esch, easily the best. Sullivan is great, so I don't know why they wouldn't have him at like left out. I mean, just like that, the team's an 85 overall. We haven't even done the draft yet. And then this Devontae guy will probably boost this up a bunch at right end. I don't know why we haven't gotten him yet. Basket, what overall is he? 27 years old. It's 85 basically. He'll be a good player soon. Okay, I move Sullivan's overall to left end or left out. I moved his position, and then he moves back. I don't know what to tell you. So middle linebacker could be actually, I have to take a look again. Middle linebacker, offensive line. I don't think a guy run a 4.73 is going to be a first-round pick at safety. I'm sorry. A cornerback, early first. Well, you know he's one of those guys. I just want that DN, McCown. Thank you. That's all I wanted. See what pick we have. I know we're going to have a top tier, so we might be able to set up for the future and still get the players we want. Number 3 overall, huh? I don't think we have a top tier. Oh, wow. If that guy was there, I probably would have taken him, but... Actually, I really should have... Nah, you can't. I don't think you can... No, he's still there. It's a different guy, but he's still good. I'd rather have Adderley, though. See, it says late first, but... Okay, we do have number 13, so if I can move down to that... 28, so 2027 is the pick we're looking at. 2027. I'll take 16. Alate is still there. Looks pretty damn good. I'm going to take him. 81 overall, quick dev. Supposed to go 4. Took him 13. Pretty solid player, I'd like to think. Going to be a starter. Tyrell Harrison, we're going to take the risk on him. 78 overall, quick dev. Good strength, decent block shed, bad power move. He's worth it, I think. Craig Davis, that was not a good pick. Ooh, quarterback. Damn. Yeah, Brady Whitting. Ugh. We took him right where he's supposed to go. I mean, he's better than the guy we have. I mean, user-wise, you'd be so excited about this pick. Great injury, great stamina, fast as hell. Even has a little bit of elusiveness moves. Decent throw power. You know, he's a very good quarterback, but in a rebuild, quick, or whatever, what do you want to call this? Quick dev is yikers. Early 6th, I'll take him, why not? Sar dev, 77 overall, that's by far the best lineman steal I've ever had. Not even a question about it. I didn't even know that existed. Let's take a look at the recap. I really want to see how good that corner was. To be fair, they're almost always super beast, but trading up one spot from 3 to 2 is very expensive. So this is our team, and we did very good, I think. We had a lot of good picks. Princeton Pitts, quick dev only, so that's not crazy, but obviously very fast as we expect. Really don't know what else there is, so going to move on to the regular season, or the preseason, and move some players around. Whitting probably does start here because he is the youngster after all. We just snapped a very good player. We traded our 2 crappers in a 4th round for a 26-year-old 96 overall from the Falcons. A little bit of an overtrade, but our quarterback in Hanos, the youngster we grabbed for a 27 overall, or 27-year-old left guard who looks insane. We give him all this crap for McCullough, who's 28 years old. So now we have some pretty decent linemen, I'd say. So it really comes down to this youngster if he wants to perform or not. So I think we made a great trade. It, you know, cleans up our lineup, and the Steelers are definitely primed to do worse than we are because we have turned it around completely. 89 overall team. This is what we're going to be rocking with. Should easily make the playoffs with this. 99-0, 95D. Looks pretty damn good to me. Look at Stinson. Oh, my Lord. He's 25. Unbelievable. So good. Let's go to the playoffs. I mean, before we simmed, it was looking okay. Not great, but okay. An 89 overall team should easily make it to the playoffs, I would say. And we do. 10-5-1. From 4-12 to 10-5-1. That's the wrong thing. I wanted to show you guys the games, our record. No force wins or anything. Booshki. No cheating around here, boys. Take a look at the stats. Of course, since we made it, we need to see how well he did. Rookie probably won Offensive Rookie of the Year because he may have won MVP. That's an amazing rookie season. Very happy to see it. Stinson, God tier. Sanchez House looking great. Lamontanu did not do super well. Sanchez House could be a 99 soon as well. Who knows? Vander Esch was kind of worth it. Sack totals. We're in a 4-3 now. Sullivan with a huge number. McCown was very good. I like that. Good pickup. And pick totals was really bad. So Graham Gano, the man himself. No kick return or punt return touchdowns. Second in offensive yardage. Defensive was 17. Okay. So where was our guy? No, he was number 5. That is so low. Well, either way, Offensive Rookie of the Year is good enough for me. Yeah, there's no way he was 5. That was insane of a season. There's really that many people that much better? Well, Whitting's an 89 overall, so Superstar Dev, I don't care. Works for me. Deep accuracy's bad. Everything else is amazing. I let the AI work on him, and you kind of tell they really didn't work too well. Let's just keep it the way it is, actually. I'm not gonna ruin it. So we went up 5 overalls from the season start. All right, so DeBoe's corners are really the biggest issue at this point now. Maybe linebackers for their age, but other than that, looking solid. I'm going to sim. I don't know what it's going to be like. Winners. Can you win against the Browns? They can. Can they win against the Dolphins? They can. So, I mean, I have to come into this one now. Everything else, fair enough. But, oh, LA versus LA. I got to watch this one. 94. Wow. 94 all. Wow, that's crazy. This had a very good finish, I'll tell you. Video kind of early was rough because it's like the Chargers, one of the best sim teams, can't get it done. Yeah, I don't. Was Jared Goff ahead of Whitting? Because that is not better than our guy, like at all. Not even close. Not even close to better. 400 yards short, 2 more picks, and only 2 more touchdowns? I don't think so. The sun. Oh, God. Too stupid angle of camera. Not going to lie. He has like no agility at all. No ability to like break tackles at all. There you go. 14 all. Start of the second half. Not a bad score so far. They're up by 3. Defense is doing a good job. Offense just isn't doing anything with the ball. And that changes here as they score a touchdown. Defense, however, giving up a big one. And they give up a touchdown on 3rd down, which sucks. Oh, what a drive. Right back down the field on them. Defense on 3rd and 10. You got to clutch up. No one can play defense. It's another touchdown. Look at this fast scoring. 3rd and 10. I got to see what they're going to do because you got to go for it here. Okay, they are going for it. If they lose it, it's on them, which they do. And that's probably going to be a loss. And it more than likely will be. Yep, definitely a loss. So the Rams win the Super Bowl for like the 40th time in this 10-year sim series. It seems like they're the best team in Madden, I would say. I mean, best team in real life too, probably. It was a good finish, though. I mean, it was exciting, and we turned this thing around ASAP. Once again, there was probably some sort of light goal, whatever that was. If it hits, we'll reload this team. Whitting did not deserve to lose, man. He was great. His running back, however, was terrible, while Heath was insane. Todd Gurley, what overall is he? Who knows, but he's the backup. Unbelievable. Whitting so deserved that win. He carried it. Wasn't enough, though. So that was the Chargers 10-year sim. Honestly, after that team, I don't know exactly which one we should go for next because, let's be honest, that's the way. We had some upgrades for stints. I want to see if he got any better. Can't tell. Short route is terrible, but if you have any suggestions for what team should be next, I don't really know. Oh, he was so close to 99. I mean, proper 99, obviously. Confidence doesn't really count because it's an unfair boost. I don't even remember what the overall is, but what was it, like a 15 overall swing in one season? That's insane. But yeah, it's clear to say that we got this team right back on track. Basically, the start of this 10-year sim and the end are pretty much the same. And you're back to the glory days of having a good offense, pretty solid defense, and some young pieces around. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!